For elite athletes, reaching the podium is a mental challenge as much as a physical one.
I'm not intimidated by the competition, and I just feel confident that I know how to get there and I know how to push to do it, so I'm going to use everything I have. My name is Hillary Stellingwerff, and I'm a 1,500 meter runner for Canada.
She is the fastest Canadian athlete in her class, period.
The 1,500 is a nice mix between speed and endurance, and that's where I found that I have the most strength.
In 2012, Hillary got her first taste of the Olympic dream.
I peaked really well to do my best at the championships. I missed the final by 1 spot. I think is one major thing that pushes me. Also that I feel I haven't reached my peak. I feel that I can still run faster.
But the drive to run faster came at a price.
I got a stress fracture in the middle of June, so I came back from having my son Teo, and I missed what we call the base season, and I jumped right back on the track, and I needed to in order to try to make the Pan Am Games in Toronto. And turning left on the track, as we do, got a fracture from the force of running fast on the track, and so that put me out for 6 weeks right at the time that I needed to qualify for Pan Ams. I felt awful.
Hillary is determined to return to the sport she loves, and the road to recovery starts here.
My name's Sam Blades, and I'm a sport technologist at the Canadian Sport Institute Pacific.
A big part of Sam's MO is to help athletes reach podium potential.
We're really trying to say, how is it that you're moving? Can we make you better by making subtle changes or corrections?
For high-impact sports like running, Sam relies on this, not your run-of-the-mill treadmill.
It's kind of like a giant bathroom scale combined with a treadmill. And it allows us to tell how much force is being applied both down and forward and backwards and side to side.
It's invaluable information for coaches and athletes.
Injury is the single greatest way to have a setback. And it's often difficult to assess exactly when an athlete's ready to return after an injury. So we need different measurement systems that allow us to both prevent injury and then to assess their progress as they recover from an injury. Researchers have looked at how the foot's interacting with the ground and assessed certain patterns and said those patterns pose an injury risk. Let's say you and I are running and we reach a certain point in our run where maybe we've changed our style of running because we're getting tired. That's the point where this technology could alert you.
Sounds great, but most athletes don't train on smart treadmills like this. They're outdoors or on the track. That's where the Orpyx LogR steps up.
What I'm holding is a very thin but pressure-sensitive insole, and what it's allowing us to do is measure how the foot's interacting with the ground. They can be out on the road, they can be on a trail. We don't need a lab. We can use this to get all this information on how they're running, record it, download it, and analyze it afterwards. So for athletes, it's a real revolution.
Each wafer-thin insole has 8 sensors. The sensors respond to pressure.
When it reaches the sensor, if there's no pressure on it, none of the electricity can get through. And the more pressure we add, more and more electricity can get through. And then we can take that change in voltage and convert it to a real-world value like pressure or force.
The data are collected on a USB key clipped right to the shoe and sent to Sam's smartphone. And that's great news for athletes like Hillary.
So how's training going?
Good. The ankle, like the tendons and stuff around the ankle are still tight.
Which foot?
It was the left distal fibula, so basically the ankle bone.
So switch your shoes out, we'll put those on, and we're going to check to see that it's all connected with the app, and then we'll hit record. So just rock heel toe. Just want to make sure everything's connected. Great. Okay, awesome. Yeah, everything's connected. Okay, I'm going to hit record here.
The data are available to Sam and Hillary.
A selection of strides.
The different colored lines represent Hillary's left and right leg.
The peak is right in your midfoot.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hillary's right foot is compensating for the left foot injury, but only slightly.
That's the duration of time that your foot's in contact with the ground right there. Neutral push off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. That's good news.
The results tell Hillary what she hoped to hear. Her ankle is healing at top speed.
Having run for 2 decades now. It's neat to have all those running years behind me and then learn where maybe some of my weaknesses lie or strengths. So to set this baseline and be able to move forward this year is a great opportunity.
She may have a few years behind her, but now Hillary's got her eyes on a future prize, the 2016 Olympics in Rio.
I'm feeling good to have lots of time now to get ready to qualify for Rio. That's the dream right now.